Hello, and the best of the morning to you. I am Michael Friday, and this is Monday with Friday, an opportunity to pause to think about life so you might live this week ahead more purposefully. We know all the cliches about peace, that it's not merely the absence of war, that peace begins with me, no justice, no peace. Peace is often depicted as something individuals should have within, independent of anyone or anything else. People who engage in spiritual and meditative practices pursue that kind of peace. Therapists help their clients find that kind of peace by helping them adjust their attitudes when they cannot change their circumstances. When your car's drivetrain and gearbox and other parts all work in harmony, your car runs quietly, smoothly, and efficiently. It's at peace with itself. And that's how we find individual peace. When all our parts, mind, thoughts, deeds, soul, spirit, ambitions, agendas, and dreams are all realistically, appropriately, and truthfully in sync with each other. And then there's a moral compass guiding us to some power greater than ourselves, who or which urges us to be siblings to others. But alongside individual peace is communal peace. While people in solitary confinement or exile need good doses of individual peace, the rest of us need both that and communal peace. And the truth is, we're best able to contribute to communal peace when we're at peace with ourselves. We live in various communities, families, workplaces, service organizations, social clubs, sports teams, churches. And in the transient communities, we enter and leave in a few moments, like when we run through the supermarket or a few hours on an international flight. And then there's national community. So how do we build communal peace? Well, just as the various parts of a machine must be in harmony to work efficiently, we each severally should commit to that collectively so as to be at peace. We are all different, as we must be, but we must learn how, rather than bemoaning differences and despising those who are different, to harness differences for community growth, beauty, harmony, and peace. Before conflicts arise, we should mitigate them by listening to understand, not to debate or rebut. When conflict arises, as it would, no matter how much we mitigate it, we then navigate it in a variety of ways. Among them are the ways we negotiate and mediate for peace. Assuming two sides in conflict, we'd look for win-win rather than zero-sum. Peace is never secured under minority rule, whether by autocracy, despotism, gerrymandering, imbalance, electoral malpractice, or the forfeiture of your own vote. A so-called peace deal with no input from one side, especially if negotiated by a mediator partial to one side, is not a deal, but a sham that only provokes the other side and postpones peace. As well, fear-mongering never delivers peace. While navigating conflict, we'd interrogate it. We'd ask questions like, well, what brought us here? Whom did we omit from the discussions when we took the decisions that landed us here? You see, peace is a process that makes us constantly concerned that everybody is getting a piece of the pie, not just crumbs, whether that pie is a voice, benefits, recognition, or validation. One of the applicatory meanings of the African word Ubuntu is that there shall be no peace for me until I pursue peace for you. Several years ago, I visited a parishioner who was terminally ill. As I readied myself to pray for him, he instead said he wanted to pray for me. Mr. Williams prayed a robust and generous prayer for me, laced with blessing upon blessing. He made no reference to nor request for himself in the prayer except to thank Jesus for his life. He died a few minutes later. In his dying moments, not only was he clearly at peace with himself, but he was also at peace with me and with his God. If you ask me, that's real peace, something we Christians say only God can provide. I hope you'll find peace this week. Share it and this video with someone, and please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again next week. Have a peaceful Monday. all the way to Friday.